A doubleheader it really is, which is why I am advertising this one so much. And once you've finished viewing this video, you're going to exclaim, "Holy cow," because my experience at the bank is giving me a lot of red flags and alarms. And you will agree with me after I give you the information as I mentioned. And the hype is justified. Well, the hype is justified. Additionally, I hinted at Ozark on Twitter. Alright, let's get to the idea. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the thing, I don't think I'm going to release this video right now. I mean, what good does it do me? Is this an engagement tactic? No, I'm doing it for historical reasons because come to think of it, posting a film like this on this scale makes sense, and the CEO of Tether has already blocked me on Twitter. Therefore, I'm not like an unfamiliar fish in the waters at the moment. The problem is that I'm going to show you a video. Pay close attention to this video. That's right, pay close attention. I think Dave from Kick is the other man, and it's between Dave Portnoy and him. But Tether just did the unthinkable by making them a strategic investment. I'll explain everything in detail after you hear the monetary number. But first, allow me to warm you up a bit. Let's start with Jacob King, who said on Twitter that Tether hasn't minted in about 2 weeks. I went back in and had a look, you know. Additionally, the markets were doing well and Bitcoin was at 104,000 during the past 2 weeks when they did print. The markets have been in the red for the last 2 weeks, you know. As you may remember, if we just go to November, you will notice that the market rises each time Tether mints. This relates to Bitcoin. A couple of weeks after Tether mints 1 billion Bitcoins, they mint a few more, as intended, and then double the mints to 2 billion. This marked the end of November as we proceeded with 1 billion and then 2 billion. Alright, November 24th. And pay close attention to this video because what you're about to hear is really amazing. Too much was said, in my opinion, over the excitement. However, it seems to me that they have just revealed their entire plan. And if I'm mistaken, correct me. I did anti-money laundering, though. For the past 10 years, I have been studying compliance. Alright, listen, this runs in my family. This was something I had to do. It must be done annually. And pay attention to this. The things that were uttered here are unbelievable. I was also notified that the CEO of Tether had retweeted this. And pay attention to this. Chris. Hello, how are things going? Can you hear me clearly? I hear you very clearly. Well done. Right now, I'm speaking with a considerably wealthier individual. Right now, I believe you're talking about 40%. Tell us about the deal, please. Tether. I did some research on Tether, a cryptocurrency startup. I did some study on the cryptocurrency company. Yes, they generated a lot of money with stable currencies, but they want to expand. However, you are far more knowledgeable. Tell us about the history of everything that is happening here. Tether did indeed take a 700 set there. They are investing $775 million strategically. They are strategically investing $775 million in Rumble. We find this amazing as Rumble hasn't yet seen a strategic partner like Tether enter the market. Therefore, it is quite exciting for us in a variety of ways. About a month ago, they came up to us. Yes, it went by quite quickly. Yes, it was. It moved extremely quickly. Indeed, it was. It went by really quickly. Yes, it was. It moved extremely quickly. Additionally, they stated their desire to purchase as much Rumble as possible. They said they intended to purchase as much Rumble as possible, you know. Therefore, each insider was granted the freedom to sell as much as they desired. The maximum number of shares they were able to locate was 7 million. In other words, they are significantly contributing to the cleanup of the cap table. Additionally, a major component of roughly $250 million will be available to assist us develop the cloud further, attracting more content providers to the platform, and other initiatives. It has been an incredible opportunity for us, and if you don't know who Tether is or what they do, it's something that, in my opinion, really fits the Rumble ethos in a big way. He completed some study, so we have a typical day port or something, but what research coin market cap is the US $140 billion market cap? Great disruptor, huh? Are you hearing that, for example? Let's just say, though, that this is amazing. Correct. This isn't simply some random money flying around, so let me explain what's going on. As you are aware, there are three crucial phases in the money laundering process. Alright, there are three components: integration, layering, and placement. And I'll explain everything to you so you know exactly what's happening in this kick circumstance. Alright, so Tether got the location just right. Consequently, this is the point of entry for illicit funds into the financial system. We had the 775 million from Tether in our situation, and it was put straight into kick. The placement is typically the most, the entry is essentially the first go-to-movers. Correct. It is therefore the most crucial step in the entire process, since it is here that it transitions from essentially dubious beginnings to a genuine organization. And when it passes kick, that's where this enormous sum of money enters. Then there's the layering itself. Correct. This is where the stage is all about, producing that movement of money once the money has been placed. When the money needs to be transferred to numerous accounts, exchanges, and transactions, here's where the warning signs start to appear. As a result, it is somewhat more difficult to trace. This is carried out here. In other words, they are significantly contributing to the cleanup of the cap table. Then, there will be a major component worth roughly $250 million that will enable us to support additional growth, expand the cloud, attract more content creators to the platform, and other initiatives. Yes, all of these creators. The number of deals they will sign is unknown. Kick is offering these $10 million signing bonuses for that reason, and all of these men are saying, "Listen, I'm listening." Regarding what I just said, something is happening. Are you aware of the reason behind Kick's extravagant signing bonuses? Consider it. Consider it. And I have spent my entire life working against money laundering. For example, consider what we have just shown. Alright, view the video once more. Too much was said against them. We may have just opened a can of worms, in my opinion. That is really concerning for the entire cryptocurrency ecosystem. Correct. Why wouldn't USDT be using this money to make the globe more financially inclusive before I move on to the third step of integration? For example, why don't they endeavor to improve their infrastructure? Why will they donate to Kick, where they support artists like Jack Dorothy, who drive and do ridiculous pedals to the metal wet roads because they lack brain cells, and then record it as if it were the first time? These are write-offs made by businesses. Consider everything that they endure here. Correct. Listen, you go through insurance claims, give these people hoes, make them crash it, and you create the entire complicated process when you're dealing with 775 million bucks. Consider what we have just uncovered in this barely 10-minute film. Additionally, we're taking 7 minutes or getting closer to less. This is rather big. Are you aware of what's going on here? Lastly, you received the integration phase, correct? Through all of these insurance claims, signing bonuses, and other means of re-entering the system, here's where the money gets laundered. It's simply so real. Therefore, if Kickstarts are displaying $775 million as revenue investments or other easily accepted forms, that's integration, right there. Correct. The last act is that. It's over once that becomes an investment. Correct. That is essentially clean. That's really clean. We're definitely in the placement stage with signs of layering, possibly starting, based on what we can see and what I just sort of presented to you and you watched the movie. However, if this is the case, we're merely waiting to see. So let's be honest. Go ahead and hit the like button, I don't feel proud to have made this video again, but it's really different. I'm sure you're wondering, why are you making this video? It is content, indeed. The content is fantastic. Correct. Give everything I just said some thought. Correct. Since you're now considering where we are in the cryptocurrency ecosystem, this is good stuff since it forces you to think. We wonder if we're merely uncovering some shady money laundering because these people simply lack PR skills. Is it that Dave, a youthful CEO, may have become a little too excited and revealed too much information? Correct. Kick is all well and good, but let's drop over $1 billion in a single day. Cool. Correct. Hey, nice to meet you, Tether said. We adore your work here, you know. This is $500 million, which is nearly the GDP of a small nation. We're in a blockchain environment, so please take this. Rather than improving ourselves, developing our infrastructure, and attempting to obtain regulations in other jurisdictions. Perhaps this is the end for them, so why don't we just try again? Is this the end? Are they only attempting to extract as much cash as possible from their bags? Correct. If this isn't a textbook case of placement, I'm not sure what is, and that goes against everything I've ever studied. And you're obviously aware that this isn't it. Correct. Ultimately, I'm not claiming that Tether is completely responsible for money laundering, but I'm also not denying it either. You don't simply drop almost $1 billion. As I mentioned, unless something is going on behind the scenes, you hardly know about a platform. Additionally, the fact that no one is discussing it raises concerns about all of them. Having said that, please share your thoughts in the comments section below. Was the hype justified? Was all the excitement on Twitter worth it? I'm positive it is. I mean, I had one eye open when I went to sleep. You must understand that the CEO of Tether, and other Tether employees have already blocked me. We will therefore return with a new video.